Hello there, what is up everybody? Here again with another Redstone tutorial. It's been quite a while, but I've had some inspiration lately to work on some of my old creations, and here is one of them, the automatic piston door. That was pretty sexy, wasn't it? Let's do that again. Oh yeah, that just opens right when I come into it. Or, if you want to be super fancy, you can use the super automatic one without even having your pressure plates. So I'm going to teach you how to build both of these. They're pretty much the same. The only difference is how you actually turn on the contraption. If you look, it's pretty simple redstone-wise. I spent some time figuring out how to make the most concise way I can do it. Over there are some of my other attempts. This is the best method I've found for doing this. So, first thing you need to do is figure out where you want your actual door to be. And so you say you want the door to be here. You need... let's start with this. So you make the outline for your door, you put your sticky pistons on the outside of it. Okay, so your people will be walking through here. Now, sorry about that. In order to catch your input from your pressure plates, you're going to want to build just a circle around that starting doorway, cover the entire ground in redstone, and that'll just catch the input from your pressure plates. You stick one on either side like that. I'll get to that later. Now to actually turn on or turn off these pistons, we're going to be using just simply this. If you power that, it opens both. And we want to make sure it's powered all the time and only turns off when we step on it. So for that, we're going to want to use a NOT gate, which if you don't know what a NOT gate is, it's simply, it's powered. When you apply more power to it, it turns off, inputs on, outputs off, and vice versa. So we're going to use that to power this, but rather than using all the clunky space of putting this here, feeding the redstone around, rather than using that clunky space, we're going to do a simple trick and instead put the torch underneath here. So it still powers this. And now, if you look closely, that is our NOT gate right here. This is our NOT gate, and that torch powers the input. So, once you place down your pressure plate, it activates and pulls that back. Now I just got to repeat the same thing on the other side. Place all your stuff. Make sure you get your NOT gate down here. Make sure it's connected to your inputs. And then simply cover up all the holes. Place down your two pressure plates right in front. And oh, whew, almost fell into that. And there you go. A simple doorway. And then you can, of course, cover up all the mechanics. The only problem with this is it does require your doorway to be indented one block, but that's simply because of the way pistons are, and you can't really hide the pistons like that. So if anyone figures out a way to do the store pistons in other places that you don't have to make your door indented, that'd be great, but I don't really mind. This looks good enough for me. Of course, you can use anything other than wool. I just use wool to make it easier for the redstone to stand out. Now, so that's the first one. Second way we can do it is using a command block, or command blocks. And so for that, we're going to be using the test4 command. If you look here, we have test4 at a r equals 4. What that command is going to do is whenever this command block gets powered, it's going to check in a radius of 4 around it for any players. Because at A is all players. So if any of the players are within 4 blocks of this command block, then a comparator hooked up to it will output a signal. And that only happens when the redstone block is powered. So you see, and then it'll keep being the signal. So the problem is it only happens when it's powered. So we're going to need a clock to continually power this command block. Now the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a fill clock. If you don't know what a fill clock is, I'll go over it right now. So I'm actually going to build mine underground because I want to keep everything hidden. So I'll go this far under. Okay. So what you want to start with is 2 command blocks, one down, a space, and one above it. And now what you want to do is you want to find out which direction you want your command blocks to be placed. You'll understand that in a moment. So you press F3 and look in the top left. You'll see facing towards positive X, towards positive Z, towards negative X. I wanted to do it towards negative X because that looks better for me, towards negative X. So you're going to remember towards negative X. Now for the bottom, you're going to type fill, and then just for the first, you're going to do tilde, tilde 1, tilde, for the first set of 3. It's going to be 2 sets of 3. And these are all coordinates, by the way, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of this. Second section is, I remember it's towards negative x. So I know that that first one is the x. So I want to do tilde and then some negative number. I'll start with negative 2. And then again, tilde 1, tilde. And then for the final thing is what block you want to fill with. You want to set it to air. Alright. And now for the top one, you're going to do the exact same thing. Except you're going to make it set to redstone block. Now that both of those are set, you can take your redstone block, holding shift, place it down there, and I messed up. Ahaha, I fooled myself. You want to make sure for the top one, you have it set to -1 rather than +1 in the Y component. Because that way, if you place this block down, you'll notice that we have an infinite clock going here. If we go to the side here, we'll see that it keeps powering both redstones. We'll set it to air and back to redstone again, and so these will constantly be replenished, making a constant clock of redstone signal. It doesn't really work for things like powering actual redstone, because it just clocks too fast for the redstone to actually register it. But if you're powering command blocks, it works really well to get a really fast clock on command blocks. And so that first number, this number here, is how far you want it to go out. So I can set this to... crap, I just broke it. Way to go, me. I can use this as my example, though. So I can set it to, say, -4. And set this one as well to -4. When I replace this redstone block, you'll see it goes out 4 blocks now. Again, being constantly replenished. And then the easy way to get rid of it, if you have like a really long line of redstone, is you break the top one, then everything else will get deleted. So I only want it to be 2 because I only need it to be, or I only need -1 because I'm only going to use one other command block here. So this should be enough for me. So this command block, this command block is the important one because this is going to be our test for one. Our test for at a r equals 4. And r is the radius away from the command block that it tests for. And so we want to make sure the command block is in the right place. I've actually made this too far up, but we'll see how it works. So this is going to end up being right underneath your actual door itself. So these two have to be the archway for your door. Which means the doorway is like this. Because you want this to be right underneath your doorway. So we got our pistons here, piston here. So this will output a comparator signal when it has fulfilled its requirement, which is, of course, the test for condition. Just wants to get a comparator, but the thing is with the output, it only outputs a signal worth of 1 block of redstone. Because if you go away, you look at it turns off. When I'm close, it turns back on. So what I do is I have that down, and then since we're going to both sides, I'll put a repeater on both sides, and then I'll simply do the same setup we have over there, using the same kind of special NOT gate to turn on the power. Then we simply feed this over to that NOT gate, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. It gets a little bit annoying to set up because you should probably wait to set up to turn on the clock last so it doesn't beep at you the entire time. It's a little annoying, but I don't really care. Okay, so now if we notice we get close, it'll open up, close back up again. So once again you cover up all your redstone. Yeah, I know you want to open. Hold on. I'm trying to make things pretty for you. And of course, depending on where you put your command block, you have to set the radius to a different amount. So I find radius 3 or 4 usually works pretty well. You can set it higher or lower, so if you want to open up, say, longer before you actually get there. On the wrong side. This side has my stuff. Yes. Say you want it to open up sooner, you can set the radius like 6, and then it'll open up further away. Give you more time to get through the door. Or if you want it to be more right when you get to the door, you can set it to something like 3. And then, I think it'll still work. Yep. See how there's a little bit of a lag because you have to get to the door first. So in this case, r equals 4 is the best place to put it in order to have that really nice open door. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any ideas on how to improve this design or designs of your own, that would be great. Any other things you want to see me do, always comment or message me. I'm always open to any suggestions from viewers. Thanks for watching and have a great day.